My name is Kendrick Liburd. I am the head women's basketball coach and I am head of performance. Yeah, I think sports have been such a big part of my life growing up. Being an inner city kid, I found that sports was at times an escapism, at times a savior, at times something where, we saw a lot of kids doing a lot of different things, but the people that were able to put sports into my life allowed me to kind of focus on things outside of the trouble you can get in as a young kid in a major city. So for me, sports has been such a big part of my life, and it shaped my life, and it also helped me to kind of build teams, the relationships I had from my youth.
My biggest role model is myself. I look at my past situations and I say, okay, Jay, like you got through all these different situations, all these challenges. Look at yourself, be your own role model. And I look at myself and kind of keep going from there.
My mother and father came to England very young with nothing in a very, very different time. My dad still tells me stories about being up north and being in places where they talked about no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. The resilience it must have took to leave your family and both him and my mother and build a life out here apart from each other and raise kids and have their own business and travel the world, to me is something that is hard to overlook. So when I think about my own journey, I think about the reason why I was able to leave when I was 18, 19 and go to another country and play basketball is because my parents had done it before, so there was no taboo about it.
I think my teammates would describe me as a loud, energetic, positive, annoying teammate. Annoyingly loud and annoyingly positive. But, you always need that type of person on your team. And I'm that girl. I think that I'm as much as I'm a loud and annoying person, I kind of try to attempt to hold people accountable as well on the court, because, if I'm not holding you accountable and, there's only so much that a coach can hold other people accountable, he kind of sees that I'm holding other people accountable as well.
I've definitely had some good team members that have impacted me in different ways. I think the best of them are the ones that have challenged me. I think, sometimes people are afraid of friction, not realizing that friction's what creates change. Being willing to say the things that sometimes people don't want to say, or maybe you don't want to hear, but those kinds of things are the things that really are going to drive you on and make you better.
I think the best piece of advice I've ever received is what you want is on the other side of fear. So if you just let go of all the fear that you have in terms of basketball sport, if you get away from the fear of missing the shot, you might have the opportunity to make the shot, right? And that kind of goes back to you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. If you have the opportunity to take the shot or to get the opportunity to do something, you may, receive the success of it. If not, you're just going to be back in the same spot that you already originally were at before you took the shot.
The image you portray, to say it didn't matter would be silly, because if you look at the cultures that are coming up behind you, they're looking and seeing, maybe this is the first time somebody's heard a black man of my age in this culture answer that question. So all of those young black boys that are coming up, maybe they look at it and see it differently. But I believe that is important, but not as important as the things I do. If I do the right things and athletes do the right things and we're good people, I think that overshadows just the image that people create for you, because image can be created in so many ways.
I would tell younger athletes to not give up, to keep pushing, because the things and opportunities that you can have by playing this sport is unbelievable. I did not think when I was younger playing this sport, because I was playing other sports as well, that basketball would bring me here in England, getting paid as a professional athlete. So just keep going. If you're good at it, keep pushing it. Even if you're not good at it, keep practicing. Believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, it's just you versus the world. Oh, ching ching. And we are done.